Increasingly, new people are coming into church communities in different ways than previously. It used to be that new people started coming to a church because they moved to the community or married and started a family. Today, there is no one pattern for the way people enter, engage, and join congregations. Consider these shifts. It used to be that newcomers to church tended to be from your denomination, married, often married with children, live in the neighborhood of the church, and be from a similar demographic as current church members. But things have changed in churches and in the population at large. Most newcomers will be from a range of religious traditions, with some having no church background and many currently inactive in their faith. The age of marriage continues to go up, and married couples now make up just under 50% of households for the first time since records have been kept. Ever heard, we need more young families with children? Married couples with children at home represented 50% of households in the 1950s. Today, only 21%. The distance people travel to church is getting greater. One example is that 25% of Roman Catholics who attend church go to a church outside their geographical parish. New people are much more likely to be different from current members. The demographic outside of churches is different in numerous ways from regular church attenders in age, race, finances, education, and marital status. But how people are entering churches is changing as well. Remember, it used to be that newcomers followed this pattern: attend a worship service, visit for a while, join, and then begin serving some church need. Membership was the goal for each visitor. Today, many people participate actively in church without joining, at least not for a while. What does this mean for your churches and what you can do? You can always ask, who is missing? Most of us know our community well. When you look around you at church, does the makeup look like the people you might see at the park or shopping? In other words, when your community looks at you, do they see themselves? You can provide multiple inviting entry points since fewer people come through the portal of worship. Increasingly, new people make their first connections with your church in ways beyond worship. Your website is the entry point for many. Keep it fresh and designed for newcomers, not members. Mission involvement is increasingly an entry point, especially among the young. The first connection may be away from the church through a community ministry. And worship itself will continue to be the entry point for many. So it needs to be vital and easy for a newcomer to participate fully. You can treat newcomers as guests and not visitors. Ask about them more than you tell about your church. Look at everything from their perspective. Do not assume they have a church or religious background. You can remember that today, belonging often comes before believing. Newcomers will probably not come based on knowledge of your beliefs and values. Beliefs are important and should be clear, but choosing a church is based far more on relationships and belonging. People are more interested in what you believe once they feel they belong. We used to talk about assimilating new people. Today, the focus is much more on engaging newcomers and fostering strong relationships. Yes, much has changed about who comes to church and how they come, but what hasn't changed is why they come. They come looking for the abundant life that can only come from God. We learn to adapt to changing times, not for the sake of change, but for the sake of reaching the people around us, whom God has given us to love and to serve in Christ's name.